Hi everyone, Sister Sheep here. You've probably read the title of it already. I'm going to be going through every single superhero movie poster, and I'm starting with DC. I first came up with this idea because I saw on a lot of YouTube videos a lot of people either criticizing or praising the MCU posters. And I didn't really see anyone else kind of rank or go through other movie posters, especially superhero movie posters, because you start to see a common trend, and I kind of want to explore that with this series. So this will be a part 1 and part 2 for DC, and probably more parts for Marvel. But right now we're just starting with DC. Without further ado, let's go. Okay. Well, well, all right. Well, it's the Adam West Batman costume, which is a classic. It looks corny, obviously. The background isn't doing much. It's just kind of yellow. I do kind of like the zaniness of the Batman logo, just kind of making a little arc. I have no degree of graphic design, so take this with a grain of salt. I kind of do. I like the concept of the villains of the story being in Batman's cape. That's a cool concept, and the actor's likeness is actually pretty good for Catwoman and Penguin. However, Adam West kind of looks a little derpy, and his costume is coming off very purplish. And then at the bottom, you could kind of see other little scenes, and they didn't even try with the detail. It's just a purple. He looks like the Phantom, and he's just punching someone. Then we have Batman on the Bat boat, I guess. I haven't seen this movie, so I'm not sure. And then I'm assuming that's Robin just kicking poor civilians' face in. I don't really know, honestly. I guess I'll rate these out of 5. Two. This just seems like kind of minimalist effort put in. The only thing I really like is kind of the Batman logo, and then the Penguin and Catwoman's likeness. Besides that, it's a rough one. I like this one. This is Superman, the first Superman, 1978. I like this because so if you don't know about this Superman, it was kind of the first major superhero movie of all time. Before this, it was just kind of serial superhero movies or whatever. And this one was the tagline says that you'll believe a man can fly, and when you see it in the movie, it's back then it was extraordinary and stuff like that, and nothing had ever happened like that. And it doesn't go the traditional, let's just show the actors route like kind of the previous one did. It's just a simple Superman logo with the sky, with this kind of streak of color, the color scheme of Superman, and it's just simple. It's straight to the point. It doesn't need to draw too much attention to itself. It's just simple and clean. And yeah, I really like it. Also, it kind of looks like a Pink Floyd album. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of a dope poster. I like the minimalist approach to it. Before minimalism became kind of trendy today, this is the right amount of minimalism. All right, on to the next one. We have Superman 2. Now here is the exact opposite. Oh boy, are those the oh. Do I talk about it? No, I don't. Nope. Okay, but besides that, so this one definitely is more actor focused, but again, it's an artist portrayal, and this art looks very, very much compare this to the Batman one we just saw. These look like the actors and the outfits in the movie. You have Superman flying toward the enemies. I kind of don't because he's a little bit cheery, or a little bit more he's not Henry Cavill Superman this movie, and he's got kind of a frowny face on it, which I don't know about that, but you have him overlooking New York City, protecting New York City, which is kind of cool. The water looks awesome. The way that's, I think that's drawn. I can't even tell, honestly. It looks so real. And then the Zod and his goons flying up against it. This is a pretty good poster. I would rate this a solid 3, and the first movie I would rate a 5. I mean, I don't really have much to complain. It seems kind of gloomy for a Superman poster. It's a lot of grays. And however, I do like how the Superman, his colors are striking out compared to everything else, but it could use a little bit more color. I'm kind of confused by this one because it looks like it's actually kind of portraying the Spider-Man Amazing Fantasy 15. It's kind of got that, but kind of reversed where it says swinging. It's Superman flying to save someone. This one definitely has a lot more color to it, but I don't really get a sense of what the story is about. Actors, look, the artist did a great job with the Grand Canyon stuff. I mean, the art itself is really nice. I'm just not really getting an emotion out of it, whereas the previous two got kind of an emotion out of me. Like, the first one is, like, in awe, like, you're going to be amazed by this movie. The second movie poster was just kind of like, this is what's going to happen. It's doom and gloom, but Superman's here to save the day. Whereas this one, while it has that brightness that I wanted, it just kind of doesn't tell me anything else about what's going to happen. I do like the small detail of where he's actually flying out of in this cave thing. That's kind of cool. I'll rate this a 3 as well. And it's got Richard Pryor in it, so... you know what? Just because Richard Pryor, a 4 out of 10. Or a 4 out of 5. Alright, next we got... Swamp Thing, you alright there, man? You look like you got kind of the flu. Science transformed him into a monster. Love changed him even more. Aw, that's sweet. So I'm feeling very rom-com vibes. No, I mean, I like it, I think. I mean, it's definitely Swamp Thing. I just wish Swamp Thing was drawn a little better. That being said, he definitely looks better than what he actually does in the live-action version. Here's the live-action version. Yeah. Sorry, I had to show you that. Typical damsel in distress type thing. How is he really holding her, though? She's got her arm around him, but he's just holding her legs. So wouldn't she just kind of tumble? Unless maybe she has something to grab onto, but it doesn't really look like she's grabbing onto something. I like the background, though. The background sky is pretty cool with the orange sun coming up, and it does give off that swampy vibe. I don't really have too much hatred for this. I just think Swamp Thing looks a little derpy. I'll give it 2. 2 out of 5. Okay, alright. Well, we have our first... That Supergirl logo sucks. They just made it silver. Like, they didn't even give it the... That sucks. This one kind of looks like a callback, though, to Superman 2. Like, you have the Twin Towers back there, and then you have the Statue of Liberty was also in the background of that. This screams kind of campy to me. But I don't like this will be fine enough. I rate, 2 or 3 because it's not that offensive. What's offensive is down below. It's just still shots of the actors that are in the movie, and it just kind of, why did you need that there? You could have just left that alone kind of thing. 2, I guess. The tagline is it, her first great adventure. That tells me nothing about the character or the movie whatsoever. I love on top from the producers of Superman. That's supposed to intrigue you to watch the movie, but I don't feel intrigued at all. In fact, I've never seen it, and I won't unless if a lot of you comment and tell me to do so and then subscribe a whole bunch. Then I will. Okay, suffers from the same thing as Supergirl. You got just the still images of the actors down below, which is kind of lazy. I do kind of... Superman 4 is not a good movie, but I like... This is good. This is good. I actually like this. I'll rate it 3 still because of the still images, but if that wasn't there and it was just Superman coming out of the rocket kind of thing, I mean, that looks really dope, and it's really, really colorful. The stills are kind of down there. Okay, if the stills are still down there, so a 3, but if they got rid of it, this would easily be a 4. The colors really pop out and everything. There's a lot of mutual colors on the left side, but then everything starts getting colorful once Superman gets into frame, which is kind of cool. Oh, no. Oh, this is the first one. Oh. Wow. What? Oh. Where do I even start? Okay, so, wow, this makes the first Swamp Thing poster look a million times better. Okay, so we got the still images, which is a great sin. Where is he so he's coming from the water. The water actually looks kind of decent. He's coming from the water, right? But then there's just purple. What is that purple? Is that land? What is that, America's favorite superhero is back in action. I wouldn't necessarily call Swamp Thing a superhero. He's just a force of nature, but okay. And he's... I've never seen this movie. He looks like a jock. This is not Swamp Thing. This is making... I think a bump. This is the first Swamp Thing poster is a 5 compared to this. This is a travesty. And the girl, I mean, at least with the other, like, damsel in distress type stuff that we've seen with posters, like, it's there, but it's not as, like, male gazy. This is, like, pure kind of male gaze. I mean, you can see the fucking, do I have to demonetize that? I might need to demonetize that. Or block that fuck. And she says, why can't men be more like plants? 1, 0. Actually, 0. I hate it. Get it off my screen, please. This is 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Again, I'm a sucker for minimalism, but this just, I like it because it doesn't overly tell you everything about the movie. It's just Batman, and it's just the logo. And it's all you gotta need to know. Keaton, Nicholson, Batman. And, you know, it's got that nice shine to it, and the Batman logo looks awesome. Because this, I'll tell you why, too. Because historically, Batman, before this movie, was kind of taken as a joke because of the Adam West thing, and this just shows, like, no, Batman is dark, and we're going to show this darkness in this character. I really like the contrast between the black background and, like, the yellow, and even the black on this symbol stands out from the black from the background. It's actually really, really cool, and it's got this metallic feel where it feels like armor almost. So you know to take this Batman kind of seriously. Yeah, 5, and it's a classic. Anytime you see this version of the black Batman logo, you automatically know who it belongs to. It's iconic. This one is, so I'm starting to see, we're getting kind of drifting away from the art, so there's not actual artist drawing this. This is just Photoshop-y. I don't even know if Photoshop was invented, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not really, like, hand-drawn. I do kind of like it, however. Plain background, and you get the 3 main leads that we're going to be following, but the main focus is still Batman, and you got the penguins down below. But it doesn't really draw any emotion on me. You know, it's just Batman. Like, even the logo is kind of plain. Now that I'm looking at it. 3, it's not really offensive, but it doesn't hurt anyone either. I do like how the red of Catwoman's lipstick kind of brings out, the more color to it. In fact, it's the only real color in the poster. I do kind of like how Penguin's cigarette, you can see the smoke going, like, across. That's actually a cool effect. You know what? 4. There was definitely some effort put into this. Alright, well, this is the start of a lot going on a poster. I mean, you have so much already. Like, you have the Batmobile in the right-hand side for some reason, and then you just have actors, and, like, it kind of follows the previous poster where it's, like, less color, and then as you go down, there's more color with the colorful villains. But they don't look good. Again, I do like the concept of Batman's cape kind of showing the characters on, but this just does not nail that. Kind of. The bat signal kind of looks cool in the background. 1, I guess. It's a crappy movie. This sucks. This is terrible. It's just like, here we are. We Batman and Robin. It's just the actors. And that's it. And Batman's not even, like, the main center. Arnold Schwarzenegger is more of the center of this than actual. Batman is to the side. Batman should never be on the side of his own movie. And it's got a weird X thing. I don't know why the X is affiliated with anything. And why is Robin on his side, the bat signal on his side? That should be on Batman's side. Then again, the Batmobile is on there, but I feel like the bat signal should definitely be on there more. Yeah, wow. Mr. Freeze has icicles above. That's cool. And then the other 2 are just like, hi, where are the girls in the movie? 1. This sucks. I don't like it at all. 5. Do I need to explain it? 5. What? What, you thought I was going to say something mean about it? No. This is perfect. Heroes don't come any bigger. Shaq. Shaq is like... Number 1, this doesn't look like a comic book character at all, just so you can see comparisons. Bam, bam. They didn't include the helmet. I think the poster knew the helmet. Looks kind of sucky. And it's got this weird, like, I guess maybe that's part of the story, and it's him looking at the night sky with someone else. Man, Metal Hero. Okay. 1. I feel like I don't really need to explain myself. 5. Alright, Constantine, the wage between heaven and hell is on earth. Okay, that's kind of a cool tagline. This movie sucks, but this actually kind of looks dope a little bit. You got Keanu with a cool ass looking gun over there. You got Keanu, which you know me, I love me some Keanu. Kind of smoke coming in. Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's not offensive too because it's not doing a lot, but it looks kind of cool, I guess. Okay, I like this. This is not great, but I like kind of this is the very much the color scheme that reflects the movie Batman Begins, and it's kind of nailing the cape thing that I've been criticizing. You know, he's kind of covering himself with the cape, but the cape is kind of coming to life with the bats flying toward the poster and the gray sky in the background. It's also kind of, the color scheme is kind of reminiscent of the Batman logo from the Tim Burton Batman movie. I think a 4. It's not anything spectacular, but it's clearly showing effort with like a live action actor, because that's the hardest thing to do with like a live action actor and not having it look corny. And this doesn't look corny at all. This looks kind of awesome actually. So yeah, I'd give it a 4. This is good. I like this. Superman Returns. One aspect I really don't like, and then kind of some aspects I like. I like how he's kind of floating above Earth, because that's showing color. That's showing him protecting it. But this is giving me kind of, I don't know if this came out during the same time, but Superman Man of Tomorrow, the comic book, like where Superman's looking depressed and stuff. Like I really like the colors, how they're popping out of his suit and his cape, but at the same time, he's looking very gloomy, and that's not Superman at all in the whole movie, I guess. It's kind of like that. But I would give this a solid 3. It's a cool concept. I just wish there was more to it. It seems kind of basic, you know. Superman flying up to Earth, protecting Earth. Okay, like there's nothing really unique about that premise. Yeah, like a 3. Like I wouldn't be offended if this was a poster hanging up in someone's room. It does look kind of cool. This is great. This is 5. And not just because the movie is awesome, but because, you know. And there's a Joker variant of this one too. I'll put that one on screen with him with the makeup or whatever. That's purely terrifying and awesome. That's a 5. But right now, let's just focus on this one. Welcome to a World Without Ruins, which is a play off of what the Joker says in the movie. You could kind of, I like the smoke coming out of the building and the Batman symbol kind of inadvertently also causing that a bit, and the ashes, and this just shows like this is Batman kind of at his vulnerablest. And it's got that like, all the colors are muted besides that Batman logo, which really sticks out because of the bright orange of the scene. And you have Batman below just looking out on some kind of ruin, which is actually might be reminiscent of a certain scene in the movie where he's standing on the ashes of where Rachel died. Yeah, no, I really, really like this one. This is an iconic poster. It's great. Alright, then we have Watchmen. See, all they needed was the Watchmen logo from the comic book, and that would have portrayed everything. Also, it's very much from the visionary director of 300, which kind of distracts from the whole poster itself, and it's just a bunch of the characters in the same place. I mean, the colors are kind of, this just seems kind of generic to me. I don't think I like this. I mean, I like the blues. I like how the theme of it is very blue, which is kind of cool. The poses are kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Too. It just doesn't, it had such a layup with like, just because the Watchmen symbol is so iconic that all you need to do is do that. They just put the actors and characters front. Like, why is Dr. Manhattan there? Why is he there? Why is Asmodeus there? Why? Like, the characters would never join up like this. This is like, sure, it's showing the cast of characters, but like not in a way that's accurate to the story. I guess I like the detail of the Night Owl vehicle up there, but besides that, there's like nothing really going for this. Yeah, not a fan. Alright, next. Oh boy, wow. Yeah, so this is like early 2000s. This is like the start of just like, let's just put a bunch of actors on front of the screen and put like a smoky background. Maybe it's The Dark Knight's fault. It might be The Dark Knight's fault, actually. Yeah, I don't feel like I have much to say. This is bland. This is whatever. One, sure, fine. I'm such a huge Green Lantern fan, not the movie, but the character in this sucks. The tagline's cool, and probably staying in black as night. That's cool, because that's literally what they're saying. It's paying homage. Ryan Reynolds in the front sucks because you get a good look at the suit. Why is it at a Dutch angle? Why do I have to tilt like this? It's odd. This is a very odd composition. It almost like looks like someone in Photoshop just like this was straightforward, and they're like, you know what? Let me just boop, and they just did that. 1 out of 10. This looks like Pope. Alright, this is good. The Fire Will Rise is kind of generic, doesn't really tell me a lot. I like the Batman logo in the background with the fire. It's kind of reminiscent of the Dark Knight one with the debris falling, but this just feels like it's treading on the Dark Knight's poster. It's Batman looking down cynical. It's not bad by any stretch, but it's not really doing anything new. Like, before this, you had the Batman Begins poster where that was kind of trying to do something new and cool. Then, same with the Dark Knight, trying something, and then, like, the Dark Knight Rises just seems like it's piggybacking off of the Dark Knight, so it doesn't look like a ton of effort was, like, put in creatively. It's not bad by any means. 3. Alright, yeah, so that is DC Posters Part 1. It's kind of a mixed bag. So, like, when they're good, they're really good. And then when they're bad, they're either really bad or just mediocre. It's like, they're not the strongest for sure, but they definitely have strong, iconic ones. Like, the standouts for me would be The Dark Knight, the first Batman Tim Burton one, and then the first Superman movie poster. Those are 3 really iconic images. And then the worst ones will probably be Shaq and Batman and Robin. Watchmen is really offensive to me. Those aren't even the worst. The supremely worst one is the sequel to the Swamp Thing. That is just, I don't know why that even exists. Yeah, but thank you for joining me for part 1 of this. This was actually kind of a fun video to make. Make sure to tell me if you like this. If you don't like it, please. So basically, here's your homework. Subscribe to all the channels I listed: Seku Senpai, Offline Studios, We Sell Dirt, and Black Hudson. Why not just subscribe to them all? You know, links will be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you for part 2 of this, where we go over the DCEU. Okay, thanks guys.